Do you ever wonder why some coaches bang their heads against 2K, 5K, even 50K a month, while there are other coaches who seem like they're dancing their way to 50K and 100K months with a lot less effort? If you've ever asked yourself that question, because perhaps right now you feel like you're working so hard, but you can't experience a breakthrough in your income or your impact, then you're going to love what I have to share with you here today. My name is Desiree Stafford, and I help ambitious coaches and other transformational experts break through to their next level of income and impact without working harder. And so I'm excited to share this with you because really I think that this understanding that I'm going to impart on you is what can literally transform the entire trajectory of your business. It can help you experience the level of growth and do so sustainably. So if you've experienced, sometimes having a big money month and then it comes crashing back down, you feel like you're taking one step forward and two steps back with money perhaps, or maybe your income has been stuck at a certain level for quite some time and you're like, I don't know, I can't work any more hours in the day. How do I make this simpler for myself? How do I make growing my business, growing my income, my revenue, my profit simpler and easier and even faster, right? If those are some of the questions that you have, then let me share with you what I know to be true. And it's this: money is energy. And what that really means to you is that it is attracted. You don't earn it through hard work, through efforting, through struggle. So what we have been taught around money, the constructs that exist around money, aren't actually true, right? Money is energy. You attract it to you through your attitude, through your mood, through your vibration. And so this is why you may feel like you've been working really hard. And what tends to happen is when you work really hard, when you're pushing, when you're forcing, you feel frustrated. You feel overwhelmed. You feel burnt out. Those feelings don't allow money to flow to you. And so that needs to shift. In order to allow more money into your experience, and allowing, by the way, is a state of being, then you need to shift how you feel. Doesn't matter what actions you take, what matters is how you feel when you're taking the action. So let's put it this way. If you're showing up in the marketplace, creating content from a place of inspiration, if you're feeling passionate, if you're feeling on purpose, then you're in flow. And therefore, money can flow into your experience. If you're doing the work because you feel like you have to do it, marketing feels like a chore, it feels like I must do X, Y, Z in order to bring in clients, then you're probably not in the right energetic state in order to allow the money to flow to you. Again, this is why, I have clients who can put out one post and bring in 25 or 50K. And then other times there will be people in the marketplace who are posting all day long, 24/7, and nothing seems to happen. They may get one or two clients that come in. They may be bringing in 5 or 10K a month, right? And so it's not that one coach is better or smarter than the other. It's simply that they're showing up in a different vibration, right? So one is magnetic to money. One has activated their money magnetism, while the other is working really, really, really hard, struggling and efforting and pushing and forcing and racking their brain trying to figure out what the hell else do I need to do in order to allow more money in. I don't have any more hours in a day, right? And so if you feel like you're in that second camp, what I want you to understand that you don't have to work harder. This is one of the reasons why, and I'll tell you a quick story. One of the reasons why I'm so passionate about this topic is that I was in this camp. I was the doer, a high achiever all my life. And all my life, I believed that it was the doing that produced the result. And we're conditioned to believe that from society, right? We're conditioned to compete and to win and to force, right? So that we can feel some sense of significance. And we just believe that that's how money is made. That's how it's earned. And it took me a long time to shift my paradigm. I resisted it. I worked with so many different spiritual teachers and mentors and coaches, and yet I resisted and resisted and resisted because it was illogical. But here's the thing. The quantum leap that I know that you want to experience is not logical. It doesn't follow logic, right? When you are leveraging the power of the universe, it's not going to be logical because the universe is smarter than you. It has access to resources that you don't have access to, that you haven't even thought up yet. And so if you want to be able to tap into it, you have to learn how to allow. So this isn't about sit home and twiddle your thumbs all day and money will fall into your lap. You do take action, but you take inspired action, not frantic action. You take the action that you're guided to take because you're in alignment with what it is that you desire. You're in alignment with the amount of money that you desire to call in, with the amount of clients that you desire to call in, at the price point you desire to call them in at, right? When you're in alignment with that, you will get intuitive guidance, intuitive hits that will guide you on what step to take, what post to write, who to potentially reach out to, what to say in a live stream, right? This is the key. In my opinion, this is the key for so many reasons. One, because you work significantly less, you get bigger return on your investment of time and energy, right? Because you get bigger results without the efforting, without the pushing, without the forcing, which means you get to spend more time with the people that you love. You get to spend more time serving your clients powerfully. You get to spend more time living a life as big as your purpose. But also what I love about this understanding is that it allows you to experience what I consider to be true freedom, which is the freedom to not be afraid, to not feel panicked or stressed about money or where the next sale is going to come from, to not feel desperate in the marketplace where you're willing to sign a client who you know is not the right fit just in order to pay the bills, right? Which only is going to do a number to your confidence if they're the wrong person coming into your program and they can't pick up what you're putting down, therefore they don't get the results, and then your confidence goes up and down, up and down, up and down, right? This will finally get you off of the money roller coaster when you understand this concept, when you get that you are the source of your clients in cash, that no matter what your circumstance, whether you're in a dry spell right now, whether it's just been challenging for you with everything that's going on in the world, regardless of your circumstances, you have the power to turn things around on a dime. If you understand the core concept here, that money is energy. It's something that you attract to you. It is not something that you have to earn. Again, I'm not suggesting that you never work again, that you just pack it up and you're like, I don't have to work, it's just gonna fall into my lap. It doesn't work that way. You have to take action, but it's intuitive action, it's inspired action, rather than the frantic pushing and forcing, doing, hopping from strategy to strategy because everything that you're trying isn't working, right? Because you're actually pushing against what it is that you desire. When you're struggling, when you're forcing, you are literally pushing against the money that you actually want to bring in. You're not allowing, you're resisting it. Unconsciously, of course, but there's resistance there. Again, I know this from personal experience, from being the doer, from being the person who would work from sun up to sundown and not understand why I wasn't experiencing the breakthrough. I remember having a conversation with one of my coaches where I was doing about $20,000 a month at the time. She was doing $200,000 a month. And she's like, Desiree, you work way harder to bring in 20K than I do to bring in 200K. And that blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute, that is so true. And that really sent me on the journey within to figure out, what am I missing here? Because something isn't adding up, right? And so I did the work to really understand it. I've heard the concept, and you may have heard the concept as well, that money is energy. I heard it so many times, and I thought, yeah, I get it, I know it, but I didn't know it because I wasn't living it. There's a difference between knowing of a concept and knowing it in your bones, living the experience. And so what I'm going to invite you to do here today is that if money has been a challenge for you, and a challenge doesn't have to mean that you're struggling, you can't pay your bills. A challenge could simply mean that you're just not at the level that you desire to be. Perhaps you've been stuck at 20K or 50K or whatever K a month, right? And it's been like that for the last couple of months or the last couple of years, and you're beyond frustrated because you want to be able to unleash your potential, right? You want to be able to call your own shots. You want to be able to feel financial freedom, whatever that looks like for you. Perhaps also mental and emotional freedom, right? Then what I'm going to invite you to do is to really take in this concept that money is energy and understand the power that understanding that concept gives you. This really is about you taking your power back. So rather than putting your power on circumstances, which includes people, it includes time, it includes past experiences, you actually take all your power back and you're like, wait a minute. I literally, from this point, this moment in time, I can create whatever reality I desire to create if I understand that money, like everything else, is simply energy. So if you recognize that you don't have to work hard for it, you don't have to push and you don't have to force, but instead you can allow it in by elevating your state of being, how would that change your life? How would it change your business? Who else would benefit? Right? Those are some of the questions I want you to ask yourself, right? To get the clarity that you need in order to create the shift in your experience around money and bring more of it in with a greater sense of ease. So I hope you got some value out of what I've shared with you here in this video. If you have, I invite you to share this video with another ambitious coach who you believe would benefit from what I've shared. And if you yourself would like to go deeper on the concepts I've talked about here today, and you would like to really understand how to activate your own money magnetism and call in a steady flow of high ticket clients who gladly pay you 10K, 30K, 50K, whatever K fees on the spot, and be able to deliver your services and powerfully without the overwhelm, without the burnout, and you would like my customized support in order to put a plan together to allow that experience into your reality, then here's what to do next. Go to www.powerhouseonfire.com/apply to book in a time to speak with me. And until we do speak, I hope that you and your family stay safe.